All right. Okay, you guys, thanks for jumping on here today. I want to jump into our topic really quickly, but before we jump into any topic, I want to recognize some coaches on our team that have done some amazing things this month already. It's only the 13th of the month, and I can see how hard so many of you are working. So first off, congratulations to Amy St. Pierre. She is our new Emerald coach this morning. Woohoo! I'm the only one woohooing because we're recording and you're on mute. Sorry, guys. And also a shout out to Carly, who has already hit Success Club. She's at Success Club 8 right now. And there are lots of you who have Success Club points for only being the 13th of the month. So Amy St. Pierre, Summer, Jen Reed, Dave, Bo, we all know that's Beth, Jennifer Sell, and Erica McBride. If I missed anyone else who already has Success Club points out, or sometimes I know that you've had somebody sign up and it takes a couple days to like have your Success Club points show up. So if I missed any of you, just know that I see how hard you guys are working. I'm extremely proud of you. That's a lot of lives changed already. And it's just really cool to see the team grow and to build off of each other's momentum, especially during this season, which we're going to get into talking about the challenge that we get during this time of the year. Because while we're maybe talking and thinking about health and fitness, the rest of the world is on Pinterest, pinning things like turducken and big bulky sweater and all of those things that are not as much health related. So today I want to talk about how we can stand out yet still relate and build a social media plan that's going to help us rock the end of October, rock November, and then December it will blow up. Many people have this misconception that we blow up in January because of New Year's resolutions. Let me tell you that we blow up in December. It's like the day after Christmas, because that's when people are ready to say, enough is enough. I just had my last turducken or whatever they're eating, and I'm ready to make a change. And they want a plan in place to start the morning of January 1st. So if we're not talking to them in December, or we have not caught their attention during this season, we're going to miss them. And so I don't want any of you to miss out on a great opportunity to help people and to help them in a way that's not just a New Year's resolution, but to give them the tools and resources to make a lifestyle change, to have a New Year's resolution that actually pans out and isn't just one of those things that lasts a week and then quits. So that being said, we're going to jump into today's topic, and I'm going to share my screen because I do have some slides here. All right. Whoops. Bear with me just a second. Well, there's my messy desktop. I'm sure you guys can see that. My desktop drives my husband nuts because I keep everything on it. Hold on. I actually want to move this. Okay. So this is a topic that was presented to me by one of the millionaires on our team, Keith Callahan. He's a well thought out, well planned man, and he did a presentation on making your social media stand out. And these are thoughts that I have to constantly revisit and reevaluate, like step back and look at my own social media and be like, whoa, am I following Keith's plans or have I gotten way off track? So this is our plan to increase the action and the presence and really attract our social media market. So let's start here. This is a very noisy world. So we have to be very clear what we want them to know about us. That's a quote by Steve Jobs. I love quotes. I think it really can help us hone in on what we're talking about. In this particular season, and I think maybe there's more than just me feeling this, our news feeds in Facebook are extremely noisy. And it's not just, the regular noise. We're in a political season. So I know that I work really hard to keep my news feed positive and full of great people. And the political season can bring out just a different side of everyone. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to be a light in a dark negative world, but it's also, we need to stand out above the noise. We need to have a different type of noise, and a very clear and pointed action type of noise. We want them to hear exactly who we are and what we're about. So this is our game plan. What's the point of making noise on social media? Gosh, if there's so much noise, it's usually to be heard, right? But what we really want to do with each post that we make is we want to stir emotion in people. And we want that emotion to take it even further and cause them to take action. So when I say take action, we want them to read through that post and either like it, comment on it, or share it. We need traction. That's how our posts get seen. Facebook is really good about, if this post doesn't get traction and within a half an hour, I think that post pretty much gets dumped off into Never Never Land, and it's never seen again. So you want to make sure that your post really stirs the emotion of your followers and causes them to take action. We're going to go through 7 qualities of a great post. So get your pens and papers ready and write down these 7 qualities. Starting with number 1. Well, actually, let me step back a second. If all of your posts have these 7 qualities, your social media will blow up. You want to aim to have all 7, but if you get 5, then that's great. So we'll go through these step by step. And do your best with every single post, though, to have it hit these 7 qualities. So the first one's story format. Sorry, there's a crash in my living room. When I say story format, I really want you to elaborate a little bit on what your post is about, especially if you have a picture. Tell a story that's in your heart. What emotion did this elicit out of you when whatever you're talking about happened? Especially if you have a quote or something, you want to make sure that you have more of a story telling about why you're posting a particular quote. Or for instance, if you're posting the typical Beachbody sweaty selfie or Flex Friday, right? You need to be able to share a story more than I worked out, my workout's done, So I've given you an example here. This is actually exactly how I felt the other morning. This morning, I didn't want to roll out of bed. The fall air was cool. The blankets were warm. It was leg day, which is my least favorite. And this is when my discipline had to kick in and remind me of why I work out, blah, blah, blah. You guys get what I'm saying. It needs to be more of a story. People aren't going to connect to my workout is complete unless their workout is complete also. But they can connect to the feeling of laying in a warm bed, cool air around them, all of that. Again, stir emotion, and then you want them to take action. The second quality of a great post is to include a picture if you can. And even to go deeper on that, include a picture and make that picture look good. It shouldn't be fuzzy. If it's fuzzy, it's probably better not to post it. Throw on a great filter. Carly's a pro at filters and finding them. And this day and age, it's so easy to get filters. Even Facebook has its own filters. So scroll through there and just see which one makes that fall pumpkin color pop, which one makes your face clearer so that they can actually see the emotion on your face. This isn't about looking perfect, but it's just about making it pop. And in this day and age, everyone can use a filter. So if you're not using a filter, you're the dinosaur. And if you're not current, you're irrelevant, right? So include a picture and make it look good. The third quality is to provide value. And I think a lot of times this is the step we overthink on how to provide value, but an example could just be provide them the value of amusement, make them laugh. That is one of my favorite things to do on Facebook because my life is somewhat laughable. My kids make me laugh about 5 million times a day. So I just want to share that laughter and happiness with other people. Teach them something, something they might not know, like that Costco has a great new product that you just tried and it's really healthy. Or inspire them. Inspire them with your consistency or inspire them with words. However you feel inspired in a way to inspire them, do it. If it inspires you, it will probably inspire somebody else. So keep that in mind. So those are lots of ways to provide value. Or even something as simple as you just saw a great movie, give it a good review. You went to a concert, tell people about it and say, if Maroon 5 comes back in town, you need to see them. All right. So fourth quality, personally connect it to you. People follow you on Facebook and they want to know how things are affecting you. So if you post a transformation off of the Beachbody website, yes, they're impressive and yes, they're great. And in a pinch, they're, something that you can post about, but how much better would it be to ask one of your challengers who's had a breakthrough if you can share that and connect that to you about like how you've related to this person along the journey or things that they've said to you, like connect it to you, right? I think that's self-explanatory. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense of how you can connect it to you. Thank you, guys. All right, number 5, time appropriate. This is going to sound really, really silly, but you've got to think about this. The most blatant example I can give you is if you are posting about your next challenge group on Friday night, you are irrelevant because, or you're cray-cray. Sorry, but that's just, people are not thinking about health and fitness on Friday night. They're thinking about, yay, the work week's over. What am I going to do that's fun? Yay, the work week's over. Where's happy hour? What drink am I going to make first? Or, whatever that might be. So relate to them. What drink are you having on Friday night? Did you do one of the skinny cocktails out of Fixate? Or what fun things do you have planned for the weekend? Like talk about things like that. Friday posts need to be light, airy, fun, and that really connects with your market because it shows them that, number one, you're not so crazy that you're thinking about working out 24/7 because nobody wants to be that. Or that you're not meal planning on a Friday night because that just sounds lame. Sorry, it does. Saturday morning, we can work with that. Friday night, not gonna happen. And then on top of it, make it seasonally appropriate. I have seen people copy and paste, let's get fit for summer. They must have really liked the graphic. So they borrowed this, let's get fit for summer, and they posted it in November. And yes, so summer bodies are made in the winter. I will completely agree with that. But if you post that in November, it either, number one, makes you look like you don't really pay attention to what you're posting and you're just throwing crap up there, or it makes you unrelatable. That's just not what people are thinking about in November. So if now, for example, if you change that though, and you did a different post about how you have a vacation coming up in winter and you want your summer body, that's different, but you've got to tell the entire story. Moving on. Number 6, tag others if you can. This is just pretty simple. Tagging other people will get your posts into more news feeds. So if you're with friends and you guys take a group picture, tag your friends in it. Not only to let them know that, hey, I'm posting a picture of us on Facebook, but also it will get into their friends' news feeds if you have your tag post set to public. Or friends of friends. If you have it set to friends of friends, it will get into their news feeds. So tag others if you can. Now, if you have other people's children in it, I wouldn't necessarily tag them without asking because people can be a little bit different about their kids being on Facebook and tagged. So just a word of caution. If you can tag your husband, you guys. This is a family business for us, and I'm starting to realize I need to post more about that and tag my husband. So just a thought for you guys. Tag. Number 7, ask yourself, is this the best way to share this story? And your answer needs to be yes before you click post. You want to make sure that you've told the story, that you've included the picture, provided some sort of value, that you're connecting it to you, or as I typed on the screen, to yo. Sorry, typo. And just make sure that you have done your best possible post to share this experience on Facebook or on Instagram, wherever you're posting. All right, so a good plan implemented today is better than a perfect plan implemented tomorrow. And I'm sharing this with you now because that's a lot of requirements. 7 requirements per post could probably start to make you feel a little crazy. So I want you to know, like, do the best that you can. You're going to get better and better and better at this as you go. So just keep those 7 things in the forefront of your mind of how you're connecting to your audience, and go for it now. Start now. Think of it with every post that you do moving forward. And just know that you're going to get better at it as it goes. So I'm going to kind of switch gears, but not really. But I want to make sure you guys know what you should be posting about and give you a way to add a lot of variety in your Facebook posting or your Instagram posting, because without variety, you become boring. You know, people are like, oh, here's the sweaty selfie again. Oh, here's the picture of her kid at school. Oh, you know, like they come to expect it. So I want to give you guys variety, things that you should be posting about, could be posting about. I don't like to shit on people, but get these ideas. Number 1, transformations. Posting your own transformations, posting your friends' transformations, posting your just any sort of before and after. And don't think that all before and afters have to be physical transformations. You have mental transformations, you have financial transformations, all of those different things that you can be posting about. Rank advancements. Show that there's exciting things happening on your team. You can ask a coach on our team, like for instance, Amy, she just turned Emerald this morning. We could all post about that and be like, it's so exciting to watch our team grow, right? We could all post about Amy rank advancing. And it's okay to post about yourself rank advancing too, because you put the time and the effort into it. You just want to make sure it's in like a way that's not, I don't know, not tooting your own horn too much, but more like, I'm so excited that I reached this rank advancement. I've been working so hard for X amount of time, and it just feels great to accomplish a goal that you set out to reach, you know, something like that. Okay. 3, recognition. So recognize the people in your challenge groups for the things that they're doing. And before I post anything about my challengers, I always ask if I can use their name. And sometimes people aren't comfortable, and that's okay. So you can use the word like, I wanted to recognize this challenger for such and such. Like you can throw in challenger. But recognize people that are doing great things, or recognize another coach on our team who's done something that you admire. Like just look for ways to recognize others. Maybe it's just recognizing another mom who's doing an awesome job momming, because that's hard. Number 4, a product highlight. So this can be, when you start a new program, when you finish a program, highlighting something about Shakeology. There's lots of different ways that you can highlight your energize that gets you out of bed in the morning. Let's see, next one. Sorry you guys, I can't see the chat right now, and I just saw that it popped up. Oh, bye Carly. Totally okay. Number 5, the business opportunity. That's something you definitely want to be posting about. Types of posts that you want to share as a person in addition to this are your top 5 things. I have put down my top 5, I don't know what you'd say this, like areas that I love to post about: being a mom, spiritual growth, volunteering. I love posting things that encourage everyone to raise healthy kids. I'm also really big on eliminating busy and living with a purpose. So those are things that I try to tie into my posts as well. The important part with posting on Facebook is that you stay consistent, and that's 3 to 5 times a day. We talk about that in Coach Basics, and I just don't want you guys to forget that after Coach Basics. You really need to be consistent, because that continues to put things in your posts into others' news feeds. So immediately after this call, I do have a call to action for all of you. I want you to write down the days of the week. So just take a blank piece of paper like this and list Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday across the top. And then under Monday, write 1, 2, and 3. And then do the same under each day of the week. And then you're going to insert in what you're going to post about based on what we learned today, the guidelines, and who you are, and the types of posts we should be sharing. And so make sure that in the week you have a place where you're going to post about a transformation. Transformation Tuesday, that's a really easy one to throw it in, right? I know that I never knew what WCW stood for, but it's Woman Crush Wednesday or something. So that's a great time to do some recognition. Recognize a friend on Woman Crush Wednesday. I've never done that one. Just giving it an idea. So if you're going to do something really fun and family oriented, Friday is a great day for that. I think Monday is a great day for motivation. So just fill in what you're posting about. That way on Monday morning, you don't have to stop and think, oh, what am I going to post about? You know that you're going to post a motivational post in the morning. For all those moms out there that need motivation to start the week great with their kids. Number 2, you're going to highlight Shakeology because you're running errands on Monday morning and Shakeology is your go-to in the car. And then at night, maybe you want to post something that's about spiritual growth or whatever it is. But so give yourself a plan, at least 3 posts a day. Some people post up to 5 times a day. Carly did a really good post in Team 360 talking about how to, she has no, she's very good at being unapologetically her. And she has no problem flooding people's news feeds with stuff about her and her family because she wants people to know who she is and to feel like they already know her before she reaches out to them. And I just loved that. That's very important. That is what we are doing, right? We're stirring emotion. We're letting people connect to us. And then when we reach out to them, we're not this big scary person or like, who the heck is this reaching out to me? They know us. They know a lot about us. And also this is going to help us really get the presence, as I talked about in the beginning of the call, over these next couple of months so that it's like December 26th, you guys, when people start thinking about those New Year's resolutions, that you have gotten yourself a really good presence in social media and they're ready for you and they want to join what you're doing because they've been watching you do it consistently on Facebook or on Instagram, whatever you're using for social media. All right, so I'm going to stop the, not the recording, but I'm going to stop the screen share and if I can figure it out. Stop share. It used to say, sorry you guys. Oh, stop share. There we go. Does anyone have any questions or tips, value that they want to add to this call? I will unmute, or go ahead and unmute yourself if you do. Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi. Does anyone have any questions, or are we good? Do you guys find value in the call?
Definitely.
Good. Okay. My goal is that this makes social media easier and less overwhelming because you do want your post to have a purpose and to really connect with people. So if you have time to think about it, this also gives you a plan. So if you have time and you want to pre-write some posts, that's totally okay. Your motivational posts, write those when you're motivated, right? When you finish your best workout and you're like, I got to tell all these people how awesome this is, like write them then. And then I write them in the notes of my phone and then I just pull them out when I'm ready for it.
No, Beth is on the call today, Vanessa.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording because I will share this with the team.